The landscape of media has changed. At one point in time, there was nothing but newspapers. Then there was the TV news. But now, everybody's online, telling this and telling that, giving information, misinformation, misguiding people. So I guess I got to change with the time because everybody has. And welcome back to Everybody Has a
Podcast.
And this is the last one for 2025. Wow. So the calendar year is almost over.
Is it really? Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, so you had to think about it.
Yeah.
It's the end of December, and Lord's willing, next time we shoot one of these will be 2026. And let's take care of ladies first. I guess to recap basketball, what's our impression of the four primary teams that we cover in the Millington Star coverage area? You haven't seen Tipton Rosemark.
I've seen clips of both Millington and Tipton Rosemark. I've only seen Brighton and Mumford technically.
In person, okay.
In person.
So we'll start with TRA and Millington. So take care of Flag City. TRA girls are trending in the right direction. They're winning. They play tougher. They play more sound. The scary part is not one senior is on that team. They have an 8th grader with a lot of potential. So the future is very bright for TRA Lady Rebels. And hopefully get a chance to see them a couple times up in Fayette to close out the 2025 year. Play tougher competition, get better. And then as for Millington, with the new coach, Coach Reed, they're playing more sound and structured. It's not as freestyle as it's been in the past with Coach Jason Nichols. They had a lot of talent with Coach Jason. With them, this team now, the talent's there, but it's young, and it's going to have to be honed by Coach Reed as they get to learn her. I think they're going to do pretty well and be tough in their league, but Covington is the team to beat in that league. Mm-hmm. That transitioned us to Brighton. Brighton's in the same league with these two teams. Woo, Brighton, injuries, a lot of turnover. Coach Mario Strickland and Coach Hudson and Coach T. Brown, their crew, they will find a way to get this team to be competitive when it's all said and done, but will they have enough pieces?
Yeah.
So.
Because it's a hard watch. It's a hard watch to watch Brighton girls play.
It's like watching a little baby try to learn how to walk. And on a freeway. So,
yeah.
And because there's just a lot of youth, and like I said, the injuries have gotten, they only came in with 2 seniors, the injuries there, so it's just a lot of bad luck. But the one thing about Coach Mario's team, they always seem to get better as January and February come around. He's learning, he's going to pay attention, and that reminds me of our other coach, Coach Poindexter at Mumford. Mm-hmm. Winner. The championships and the success show it, but he has a lot of talent this year, but he got that talent just in time to be in a talented league. We're going to see some highlights in a second against Collierville. Every team will be like that every night. They're going to have tough competition every night at Mumford.
I mean, I feel like Mumford girls, they're a good team. I don't know what was I can't remember really what their biggest issue was. I mean, really it was shots. They really couldn't get their shots off, and they don't really have a 3-point shooter. Like, there's no distinct person where it's like, you give that person a ball, they're going to shoot a 3, and they're going to make it. There's no distinct person that does that at Mumford. So. And
their best teams, their championship teams, always had like an outside shooter to open up the, Liyah back in the day. Han, it was always a girl.
You can't always get to the basket for a layup. Like it's so, and even in some of the highlights, it's very congested in the middle, and you just go up. You're forcing it to get in the basket when you could have just
Well, give Coach Poindexter time. He'll figure out what this team needs to do to be successful. But the main thing he's been focusing on is chemistry. And hey, once they get that chemistry down, they'll be a lot better. And we're going to see the chemistry of the Collierville Lady Dragons in these highlights. Check it out.
You have converted me and you don't even know it. Like, trap rolls on a beat.
to recap the boys in our second segment. Same thing. Let's go over the 4 teams in the Millington Star coverage area. We're going to start off with Tipton Rosemark again. When we had David Perry in here, he was singing the praises of Roman Taylor, the freshman guard at TRA. And like I said, in my initial first impression, hits a 3-pointer, and then Lausanne locked in on him. So when you draw that kind of attention on defense as a freshman, you must be pretty good. And he showed me some glimpses of his potential, but that TRA team is sound. They're good, they're athletic, they're entertaining to watch. The Words brothers, they do their thing and running the tempo. They got other pieces that are coming in. Brandon Patel, another guard, is blocking shots, flying out everywhere. Then you got your football players, Dodson and Fulton, bringing that toughness. So, you know, Coach B-Dub, he got a good team there. They're going to be in town. I think they're heading down to Florida to close out the year. And I guess they're going to come back with tans and rejuvenated to compete in their tough league. Very tough league. But don't be surprised if they're in the end, maybe heading up to state. Millington. Tell me if you heard this before. New coach. And they're trying to adjust to their coach, Coach Sales. And he is a winner. Everywhere he's gone, he's been able to win down in Mississippi, up here in Tennessee. So that's what he's used to. And the key going to be getting his guard play where he needs it to be so he can have his extension out there on the court in crunch time and tough times. Dye is an athlete. Tayshaun Dye heading to Houston for track. Carl Lewis, the greatest Olympian track athlete in American history, is the head coach. They have a great jumping coach down there to be working with Tayshaun. So we know what caliber athlete he is. If he does his thing and plays within control of his body and his athleticism, he can control the inside. Massey is coming along. And tell me you heard this name before, John Thomas. Kid's a good athlete. So a great football player, works hard on the basketball court. He might be coming for some Athlete of the Year awards after his freshman year. We got to let him be a freshman first. But Millington has some pieces to be competitive in their league. So, you know, everybody is looking at Fed Ware to win that league. And you got to take it from them. Who's going to step up and try to take it from them? That transitions us to Brighton. If Brighton had all the pieces they had that they're supposed to have coming into this year, they might be the number 2, maybe possibly number 1. But Coach Young is coaching the young. Yeah, like I did that there, right? So his turnover, and thank God for his brother, sophomore Caden Young, also a quarterback. He's a great athlete. He has to play under a little bit more control. He's trying to get his teammates involved. You saw it that night. Sometimes he feels pressure like he has to take over, and his brother's trying to make him realize you don't have to take over. If you set up everybody else, things will go smoother. Do you feel that way?
This is for Brighton, right?
Yeah.
I feel like, he's the main person with the ball, but he also, I feel like you can tell that he has a lot of the pressure, especially because after the game, that tough loss to Lakeland Prep, was it Prep? He was not a happy camper, and you can kind of tell that it means a lot to him to win. But I think he does need to use his teammates more because, like again with Mumford Girls' case, like you can't always go up to the layup to get it. Sometimes you gotta step out and shoot it. And I don't know. Not to my memory, do they have a lot of like 3-point shooters from Brighton boys either? If I'm being honest.
Well, I think they got the shooters. The shots have to fall.
Yeah.
And then let's head up the road to Mumford. Once again, we talking 4A basketball. So you're talking the likes of Cordova, Bartlett, Arlington, Collierville. And we saw Mumford versus Collierville. They got that preview of what it's going to be like going through that gauntlet. But what I learned, they do play 32 minutes up in Mumford. Coach Foster has them with a tough mentality. They're used to winning, so they're not going to go into these games afraid or scared. It's just the other teams seem to have the mindset that this is Mumford and we're supposed to beat them. That might work in the first go-around, but by the second go-around, I think we might see some different results because the Mumford team, they got quality pieces with Junior Johnson, Isaiah Stannard, and then Josiah Hawkins. We're just talking the backcourt. They're not a big team, but they're fast and athletic and very fun to watch. So I think Mumford will flip the switch in their league come January, February. Do you think they have a run in them up in Mumford?
It depends on the competition, honestly. I feel like
It's gonna be high level.
they have the potential, because that's just Mumford. Mumford is a very at any means possible kind of team.
Any means necessary. Okay.
Yeah, they're very much like, they got that dog in them. They're very scrappy. And some people might say that this Mumford team doesn't play like the usual Mumford atmosphere, but honestly, I feel like they still have the same Mumford energy that they always had, even when I was in high school. I feel like they still have the same Mumford energy.
Okay, we call it swagger, right?
No, it's not swag. It's
okay, that's your Millington Trojan coming out.
it's not swag.
Well, some people might describe it as swag. You be the judge. Check out these highlights against Collierville.
You have converted me and you don't even know it. Like, trap rolls on the beat.
Okay, we're back with Sights and Sounds, and tis the season that some people are putting up their Christmas stuff, some people are trying to leave it out to the new year, and you go into stores, you see clearance sales and clearance racks. Some people are squeezing in their holiday movies while they got a break. Some people are off work to the new year, some people got to go back there and get right off again. So it's just that weird time of the year, and I'm sitting there thinking hey, bestsellers list for the Millington Star newspaper. You got to recap 2025. So sadly, I look at the passings, people who died in the year. Then I look at local news, task force in town. Fagan's is kicked out as superintendent. All these things come across my mind. Then the national news stories, from the good and the bad. We still looking at our economy and things like that. And you got stuff that just jumps out to you, like Charlie Kirk being assassinated. That just jumps out to you. Then you think about more silly stuff like the DoorDash girl. Which one? Is it the pepper spray girl, or is it the one that likes to take pictures, allegedly? So yeah, so it's just so much crazy stuff going on. So Liyah, as you look back on 2025, I wouldn't tell you to sum it up in one word, but what comes to mind first? 2025.
2025. I don't know. A lot has happened this year. Me, there's just multiple things that I've been paying attention to like BTS coming back from the military, other.
No, we're talking about important news and trends and stuff going on.
That is very important.
I barely heard you. Did you say BTS?
BTS, the K-pop boy band, all the members officially are out of the military. They got out in June. That was a big deal for me in January 2025. I was looking forward to that day. So, I mean,
Mm,
And then, like, one thing, you know, that I'm still paying attention to, I'm not going to say too much about, but it's Charlie Kirk's assassination. That's taking over a big chunk of my attention.
That leads into the year of Candace Owens. That kind of coexists.
We do not tolerate any Candace Owens.
No, we just recap. We just recapping 2025.
I honestly, Candace Owens is like this whole year I have been tuning. Actually, I ain't gonna say this whole year actually, because there's been times where I was like, oh, let me take a step back, and then I'll just like retune back in. But I've been really paying a lot of attention to her podcast. I think everybody should watch her podcast.
And I'm not here to
whether you're left or right. I feel like
I'm not here to endorse them. I'm just recapping the year. Candace Owens blew up this year.
Yes, this year. That's what happened this year. She's the top podcast in the United States of America.
Yeah, so she kind of replaced Joe Rogan, who was the big name last year. Mm-hmm. For me, I got into Abbott Elementary as a TV show. It's hard for me to watch a sitcom. Last time I was into a TV show was Cobra Kai. And now discovering Abbott Elementary, I had to go back and binge watch all the previous seasons. Now I can't wait for them to get off their holiday hiatus and come back and watch new episodes.
Trump got officially elected this year.
No, he got inaugurated
this year. He officially took over office this year.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
So
you know, the whole thing with the first 100 days has been a big deal. All that stuff.
Executive order.
Yeah, executive orders.
He's the leader of the executive branch.
Beautiful bill
came down eventually. Then Elon Musk is his friend.
Yeah.
Then they're not friends.
A lot has happened this year.
Elon Musk has a big effect on Memphis right now with his company. So
Jeffrey Epstein.
What about Jeffrey Epstein?
The whole drama with Epstein, his list, the no list, there's a list, no list, who knows?
So we can talk Diddy. Then.
Yes, Diddy, the trial, the documentary.
Yeah, so
the baby oil jokes.
Yeah, all the baby oil jokes and AI. 50 Cent had fun with that AI picking on Diddy, and a lot of people had fun with AI this year.
Yeah,
I saw Martin Luther King win the WWE title from Malcolm X. Go figure. And we finally settled the Tupac Biggie dispute from my generation, thanks to AI. So
one YouTube trend where they do like their life as we go. No, that's not the right song. When it's like the I want to be forever young.
Oh yeah.
Forever young.
Yeah.
I want to be forever
I guess they ran out of dead people to show when they died until when they were first significant or born. So now they're just doing people who are really old. You should be insulted if they do one of these AI videos and you're still alive. We trying to say I'm real old, so you have to look like did Dan Glover die?
Like sick. Some of them were really sick and old.
Wait till they die. You don't have to put
it Bruce Willis.
Yeah, he used to have hair. He was in Moonlight and he had hair.
What happened to his condition?
They got Michael J. Fox from Shaking to Not Shaking. So it's like what it's like it's tasteless. Well, I guess my joke there was tasteless too. But they're very tasteless things after a while. It's like calm down on the AI.
Yeah. AI has taken over my life too. I started using AI a lot more this year.
Okay, so ChatGPT.
ChatGPT has been my bestie.
So, okay, for the 8 that are watching, leave it in the comments what stands out for you in the year 2025 and what has been the biggest thing for 2025. And, like we said, it's 'tis the season, so you go and catch the holiday sales and stuff like that. I'm going to show you some things that, you might see out there as you're walking around and out about. But when it's all said and done, it's 6'7". 6'7".
You have converted me and you don't even know it. Like, trap rolls on the beat.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that quick little, hey, Target, you owe me. Let's wrap things up for this episode and for 2025, heading into 2026. So the obvious question to me, what are you looking forward to in 2026?
Going to Korea.
No, so I ain't gonna have a co-host after a while.
Yeah, I am looking forward to going to Korea to teach English, and yeah, I'm very excited about that.
You got a whole country of people who need to learn how to speak English, so that
true.
should help you out there.
True.
I just feel like in 2026, for me personally, a change is coming. That's easy to say, but I think it's going to be something, a good change. It's going to be a significant change in a good way that will benefit not only me, but those who are around me. And I think the good Lord is going to bless me to be able to share it and allow me to grow closer to Him, and therefore bring others closer to Him. Because you got to take the blessings that God gives you and treat them like a calling. If you are blessed to have a job or a career, if it's working at a fast food restaurant, if it's working in a coal mine, if it's working behind a desk, treat it like it's a gift from God and treat it as a purpose that can bless Him. And that brings me to some of the sad news in 2025. Recently I went up to Hardee's in Millington and I saw the employees cleaning out their stuff. Suddenly it's closed down. That's been happening a lot around the world, and that's reality kicking in as we're trying to adjust the economy, trying to get stuff to tariffs and all this stuff. We're all trying to just hope that we can weather the storm to get to brighter and sunnier days. So just think about others, say a prayer for others, and just thank God for what you do have and the blessing. If you wake up every morning with a purpose and to clock in somewhere till you can provide and take care of your family, that is a true blessing. So you get that real reminder sometimes when you see people hit by reality. And then also, you do need your escapes. You need things to help you escape. Sometimes for some people it's going to a whole different country. Then some people might be just going to a movie, some it might be just playing a little ball. And for these kids that we cover in high school sports, to get away from the classroom and then represent their schools, it's a responsibility, but it's also an escape. And I guess you can kind of tell if you're looking at the decor, a 49er fan here. So I think the team season right now up to this point summarizes like a metaphor for life. You can be hurt, you can be down, and the odds can be against you, and it look like you should not be succeeding. But if you listen to sound coaching, work together, and take the next man up mentality, you have an outside shot at being the number one seed in the NFC. So to all the other folks out there who keep asking, man, how your 49ers doing it? Especially to you haters who really want to see the 49ers fail and just shaking your head. We don't know how they're doing this, but we got a pretty good coach, we got a pretty good quarterback, and we got some pretty good players. Sometimes to succeed in life, all you got to do is be pretty good. And that wraps it up from here. And
Or pretty good.
Or pretty good. Yeah, that's a great way of saying that, sweetie. Yeah, that's why she's here and she will be missed. But we got a little bit more time with her. And let's check out Liyah Lens. Let's close out with Liyah Lens. See you next year. Happy New Year.
Welcome to Liyah's Lens. Wait a minute. What am I doing in front of the camera? Dad, you take care of this.
Okay. I'm here to give the information on what's going on here. So, Monday, December 29th, the Fayette Academy Christmas class, a tradition out here, is going to take place starting at noon for a bunch of teams, girls and boys. Then December 30th, it wraps up. So it's a 2-day affair. Come out and see teams from Bolivar, Tipton Rosemark, the Memphis area, and of course the host, the Fayette Academy Vikings, the boys and the girls. So it's going to be a lot of great basketball action going on out here. And maybe we might try to get Liyah Lens out here to get some of the action that's going on here. But make sure you come out and enjoy yourself. And we'll catch you next week.